Good morning, students. Today we are going on to the next chapter, that is the Hindu undivided family. That is short form, which is used here, HUF. So that represents Hindu undivided family. So we have already seen in the previous chapter what is the sole trader, definition of sole trader, the advantages, characteristics, and disadvantages of sole trading business. So we have already had one Google Meet session also based on this topic. So now we are going to move on to the next topic, that is Hindu undivided family. You should be very clearly listening to this because I was not satisfied with your response in the previous chapter. So, let me give you the introduction here. It is a specific form of business organization found only in India. So, Hindu undivided family. This type of business organization is found only in India, and it is formed on the basis of Hindu law. So, Hindu undivided family is a separate and distinct tax entity. That is, the income tax of HUF can be assessed in the hands of HUF only and not in the hands of any of its members. So HUF has to be taxed entirely separate from its members. Hindu undivided family does business under the control of the head of the family, and he is known as the Karta, the head of the family. Hindu undivided family அப்படின்னாலே joint ஃபேமிலியை ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணும். ஜாயிண்ட் ஃபேமிலியை ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணும்போது the head of the family, that is the male member, elder male member தான் வந்து head, and that head is known as the Karta, and the members of the family are known as the co-partners. அதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் என்னன்னு சொல்லணும்? co-partners, the head of the family, that is the elder male member. That person is called as the Karta, and he will be in charge of all the decision making and all the activities of the business, and the other partners, they are called as co-partners. Other members of the Hindu undivided family are called as co-partners. Very important one word question. HUF is an ancient form of commerce, business, worked around a tradition rooted in hierarchy. So this is one of the oldest form of business organization which is found in India, based on hierarchical ancestral property. இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாருமே இந்த type of business run பண்றாங்க. The male and now even female members of biological family run a business together and hand it down from generation to generation. முதல்லலாம் வெறும் மேல் மெம்பர்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இதில் இன்வால்வ் ஆகி இருந்தாங்க. பட் ஆஃப்டர் த இயர் 2017 an act was passed, and even female members are considered as the members of the HUF. So now let us go on to the features. Let us go on to see what are the features of HUF. Formation, how is it formed? Let us see how this HUF is formed. Joint Hindu family cannot be formed or created by any contract or agreement, because this organization came into existence because by the operation of Hindu Succession Act of 1956. I already told you in the beginning itself, HUF is formed based on the Hindu law. So it cannot be formed or created by contract or agreement. It can be only run based on the principles which are given in the Hindu Succession Act of 1956. This is also a one word question. Membership, it requires minimum 2 people, at least one male member. But nowadays I told you even female are admitted as members. So there should be at least 2 people for running HUF. Karta. Karta is the elder male member of the family who controls and manages the business. So this also I told you, it is also a one word question. Co-partners, other family members who by birth acquire an interest in the joint property of the family, whether inherited or acquired by the family. There is no limit for membership because membership is by birth. ஸோ மெம்பர்ஷிப்புக்கு எந்த ஒரு லிமிட்டேஷனும் கிடையாது. Hindu undivided family. Whoever is born in the family, especially the male child, acquires the right to be a member in Hindu undivided family. மெம்பர்ஷிப் எப்போ இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்னா ஒவ்வொரு பர்த் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்போதும் மெம்பர்ஷிப் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். அண்ட் மெம்பர்ஷிப் எப்போ டிக்ரீஸ் ஆகும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா ஒவ்வொரு டெத் இருக்கும்போதும் மெம்பர்ஷிப் குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வரும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ரிகார்டிங் மெம்பர்ஷிப். ஸோ கர்த்தா அண்ட் கோபாஸ்னர்ஸ், யூ ஷுட் நோ த மீனிங் ஆஃப் கர்த்தா, ஹூ இஸ் அ கர்த்தா அண்ட் ஹூ இஸ் அ கோபாஸ்னர். Next feature is liability. The liability of the karta is unlimited. ஏன் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா he is the only person deciding authority, whereas the liability of the co-partners is limited up to their share in the capital of the family. ஸோ இப்போ லெட்டஸ் டேக் ஒரு ஹிந்து அன்டிவைடட் ஃபேமிலி இருக்குது, அதில் ஒரு 20 மெம்பர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. இதில் ஒரு 15 மெம்பர்ஸ் மேல் மெம்பர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஒரு 5 மெம்பர்ஸ் ஃபீமேல்னு வச்சுப்போம். இந்த 15 மெம்பர்ஸுமே 20யுமே இப்போல்லாம் they are considered as co-partners, and the eldest person will be regarded as the karta, or he will be the person one who is in charge of running the business. இப்போ இதில் அந்த எல்டர் பர்சன், அதாவது கர்த்தாவோட லைபிலிட்டி இட் இஸ் அன்லிமிட்டெட், பிகாஸ் he alone is responsible for deciding authority. And the liability of the co-partners, மற்ற இருக்கக்கூடிய 19 மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கும் அவங்களுடைய ஷேர் எவ்வளோ அந்த பிஸ்னஸ்லேயோ அது அளவுக்கு தான் அவங்களுடைய liability லிமிட்டடாக இருக்கும். only the karta has unlimited liability. Sharing of profit and losses, that is the next feature. According to Hindu Succession Act of 1956, all the members of the Hindu undivided family have equal right to share the profits as well as the losses of the business. So எல்லாருமே ப்ராஃபிட் லாஸ் எல்லாத்துலேயுமே ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கணும். அண்ட் liability மட்டும்தான் அன்லிமிட்டெட் liability ஃபார் கர்த்தா. நெக்ஸ்ட் இஸ் கண்ட்ரோல். The control of the family lies with the karta. He takes all the decision and authorizes to manage the business. Next feature is continuity and stability. ஸோ இதில் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் திங், கர்த்தா அதாவது எல்டர் பர்சன் தான் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெம்பர் ஆஃப் த ஃபேமிலி. he will be the deciding authority of the businessன்னு பார்த்தோம், and he is known as karta. If something happens to the karta, then the next immediate successor, the next eldest person, அவருக்கு அடுத்து அந்த கர்த்தாக்கு அடுத்து இருக்கக்கூடிய வயசில் பெரியவர் பிஸ்னஸை எடுத்து ரன் பண்ண ஆரம்பிப்பார். So this organization enjoys long and stable life. So long as well as stable life will be there, as it is not affected by death, insolvency, insanity of any of its members. In other words, if karta dies and becomes incapable of managing the business, then the succeeding co-partners will act as karta. So this is the important thing you have to keep in mind. Death, insolvency, insanity or incapability of the karta doesn't affect the running of the business. Minor members. The inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due to the birth in a Hindu undivided family. இது ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். ஒவ்வொரு பர்த் போதும் ஒவ்வொரு மெம்பர் ஆட் ஆகிட்டே போவாங்க. அது மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு டெத்தும் போதும் ஒவ்வொரு மெம்பர் ரெடியூஸ் ஆகிட்டே போகும். ஸோ மைனர் கேன் ஆல்சோ பி த மெம்பர்ஸ் இன் அ undivided Hindu undivided family. Business secrecy. There is a great deal of business secrecy in the organization because the business secrets are known to the co-partners in general and karta in particular. The family kulla da irukum the business secrets ellame. It is not going to be leaked out by the members. It is not obligatory for them to publish their accounts, which results in great deal of privacy and secrecy. ஸோ அவங்களோட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் புக்ஸ் ஆஃப் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸுன்னு வெளியில் யாருக்கும் காமிக்கணுங்கிறது அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஸோ தட் சீக்ரெசி இஸ் மெயின்டைன் ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்லி இன் Hindu undivided family. Now saving of tax, that is also a very important feature. HUF as a partner in a partnership firm. To become a partner in a partnership firm, the partner should be a natural person or recognized as a person by law. Since HUF is not a person but only a group of persons belonging to the same family and carrying on the family, it cannot act as a partner. Unlike a company, HUF has no separate existence from its members. A company as a separate entity can enforce its right, whereas HUF has to be necessarily represented by Karta or an adult member of enforcing any of its rights. A HUF cannot be treated as a person. So, to put it in very simple form, HUF cannot be treated as a cannot be treated as a person. So whatever the Karta decides, that will be the decision made by the HUF. So it cannot be treated as a separate person, whereas a partnership firm can be treated as a separate entity and joint stock company can be separately treated as a separate person. So, according to the Income Tax Act 1961 and Wealth Tax Act 1957, a Hindu undivided family is treated as a separate person for the purpose of taxation. அதாவது இந்த ஹிந்து அன்டிவைடட் ஃபேமிலி வந்து தனியாக டேக்ஸ் பர்பஸ்க்காண்டி அது வந்து தனி பர்சன், அதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய மெம்பர்ஸ்லாம் தனி பர்சன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி